What if the only way to stay alive was to fake your own death? In the wild, that's not science fiction. It's strategy. Some animals have mastered the art of dying so perfectly that even scientists can't always tell what's real and what's just a performance. Death is supposed to be the end, unless, of course, it's just an act. In nature, not every creature fights or runs to survive. Some creatures take a different route. They pretend. They shut down every muscle, every breath, every sign of life, turning their bodies into convincing illusions. Predators pause, hesitate, then walk away. The show ends, the audience is fooled, and the actor lives another day. Today, we're diving into the secret world of nature's greatest performers, the animals that fake their own death to survive. And by the end of this story, you'll see that even in the wild, acting can mean the difference between life and death. If there were an Oscar for survival, the opossum would win it every single year. When danger strikes, maybe a fox, maybe a curious dog, the opossum doesn't fight or flee. It collapses. Its body goes limp, its eyes roll back, and its tongue hangs out like a rag. Then, from deep inside its body comes the final touch, a smell of decay, a natural chemical that mimics the scent of rotting flesh. To a predator, that smell screams spoiled meat, not worth eating, not worth touching. But to the opossum, that stench is the smell of safety. The act can last for minutes, sometimes for hours. And when the coast is clear, the little actor stirs, stretches, shakes off the dirt, and strolls away, calm, composed, alive. Scientists call this thanatosis, from the Greek word meaning to play dead. But don't be fooled. This isn't fear taking over. It's control. An instinctive performance, refined by millions of years of evolution. The opossum doesn't fight the world. It fools it. Out in the deserts and grasslands of North America lives a reptile with a real sense of drama, the hognose snake. When threatened, it begins its act with a hiss that could make even a cobra jealous. It spreads its neck wide, pretending to be venomous. And if that fails, time for the grand finale. The snake flips onto its back, opens its mouth, lets its tongue hang out, and goes completely limp. Its body twists, its eyes glaze over, a flawless imitation of death. Even when touched, it won't move. And here's the best part. If you turn it upright, it rolls itself back onto its back. Because apparently, even snakes know that dead snakes don't lie belly down. Researchers who study this snake say its acting is so realistic that it often tricks them too. But once the danger is gone, the snake blinks, coils, and slithers off, like a magician disappearing behind the curtain. In a world built on speed and strength, this snake proves something amazing. Sometimes, survival is all about performance. At first glance, insects seem fragile. But the tiny Bolitotherus cornutus beetle is tougher, smarter, and far more theatrical than it looks. The moment it's touched or threatened, it simply drops. No twitch, no noise, no movement. Just gone. You could pick it up and hold it in your hand for minutes. Nothing. Total stillness. Even experienced predators like birds or lizards quickly lose interest. They assume it's dead, old, or simply not worth eating. And the second the coast is clear, the beetle wakes up, dusts itself off, and walks away like nothing happened. It's not fear driving that reaction, it's calculation. A perfect stillness that confuses and frustrates every hunter that crosses its path. Down on the forest floor, where size means nothing, this beetle proves that the quietest act can be the smartest strategy. It doesn't fight to win. It wins by pretending to lose. Small, round, and permanently grumpy, meet the African rain frog. This little creature has mastered 2 survival tricks, one noisy, one silent. When grabbed by a predator, it lets out a sound so bizarre and high-pitched that it could easily pass for a squeaky rubber toy. It's funny, ridiculous, and somehow effective. But if that fails to scare the attacker, the frog performs its second act: complete stillness. It rolls onto its back, goes limp, and plays dead with perfect precision. Its eyes half close, its limbs relax, and suddenly, it looks more like a dropped berry than a living thing. Once the danger passes, the frog flips upright and hops away as if the scene never happened. It's equal parts comedy and genius, proof that even the smallest creatures can outsmart the biggest predators. Sometimes, a bit of drama really can save your life. High in the branches, where silence rules and shadows move, lives one of the most patient actors in the animal kingdom, the orb weaver spider. When a sudden threat appears, maybe a bird, maybe a wasp, or even a strong gust of wind, the spider does something incredible. It pulls in its legs, curls up tight, and hangs motionless in mid-air. To an untrained eye, it's dead. To a hungry predator, it's nothing more than a bit of dust or broken leaf. For minutes, it stays frozen in the air, waiting for calm to return. And when it does, the spider slowly stretches its legs, returns to the center of its web, and resumes spinning silk, as if the attack never happened. To fake death while suspended midair takes commitment. No sound, no breath, no heartbeat anyone could sense. Just pure stillness. Survival disguised as surrender. These creatures may look fragile or strange, but they've mastered something extraordinary. They've turned death itself into a weapon. In nature, survival isn't only about claws or speed, it's about illusion. And sometimes, the most powerful way to stay alive is to stop pretending you're alive at all. Acting isn't just for humans, it's an ancient art written into the code of life. So next time you see something lying still in the wild, don't assume it's gone. It might just be waiting for the perfect moment to come back to life. Because in the great theater of nature, every still body could be the start of an encore.